A few weeks ago, Kirk and I are in the ship's theater, recording it for a review video that we're making, when this lady walks in, kicks off her shoes, and puts her bare feet up on the table. And I thought, okay, it's time to make this video. After 73 cruise ships over 3 years, you kind of start seeing it all. Kirk and I have had front row seats to everything that happens on a ship, the magical moments and the absolutely unhinged ones. So today I thought it would be fun to do a countdown of our 10 most memorable passenger moments that we have personally witnessed. And I want to be really clear, this video is made with nothing but love. We are all on vacation. We're all figuring it out. But some of these, you simply can't miss. All right, let's get into it. Number 10, the theater feat. One of my most favorite places on any cruise ship is in the theater. We love the theater on cruise ships, but here is something that has happened more than once. Guests who treat the theater like it's their own living room, feet on the seat in front of them, feet on the tables, full horizontal across 2 chairs. And I get it, you're relaxed, you're on vacation. That's the entire point. But there are 800 other humans in the theater with you, and people behind you can't see past your feet. We always say ship life is community life. The closer you get to thinking of the ship as your home, the more fun you have. Just maybe leave the feet on the furniture moment for your actual cabin. Number 9, the disembarkation line. Before we're even docked. Number 9 is one of my personal favorites because the enthusiasm is genuinely impressive. Picture this, we're still a solid 20 minutes away from the dock. The ship is still moving. Somehow, there's already a queue. It's a long one, people fully dressed, bags packed, standing in line to get off the ship that has not even stopped yet. Kirk and I look at each other every single time, saying to each other, like, where are you going? The gangway is not open, the port hasn't cleared, the crew hasn't made the announcement. So here's our tip if you're newer to cruising. Wait for the disembarkation announcement. Grab a coffee, sit by a window, watch the port come into view. It's one of the nicest moments of a cruise, and you'll be off the ship in the same amount of time either way. Number 8, the deck chair situation. The deck chair reservation system that exists entirely in the minds of passengers. We have watched people come up at, and I'm not exaggerating, 6:30 in the morning, place their towels on 8 chairs, and then not come back again until noon. 8 chairs for one family who apparently are still asleep. Most ships now have policies about this. Towels should get removed after 30 or 40 minutes if nobody is there. But the morning chair rush is still very much a thing. Our move? Well, we head to the smaller pool decks, the adult-only areas, or we just time it differently and skip the rush entirely. The deck is actually wonderful at 5 p.m. when everybody's gone to get ready for dinner. And number 7, the towel situation on ABC Islands. We were on a beautiful little uninhabited island in the ABC Islands. Nature walks, snorkeling, crystal clear water. And here's the thing about this island. There's nothing on it. No stores, no washrooms, no garbage cans, nothing. In fact, before you even step off the water taxi, you are told very clearly to take everything with you when you leave. Leave nothing behind.
One more time, we'll talk about some do's and don'ts of the island.
So we're wrapping up this gorgeous day, and I notice a couple fully ready to go, jumping onto a public water taxi instead of waiting for the one that came with their excursion. That's fine. People make different choices. But they left 4 towels, ship towels, borrowed from the ship. And so I'm running after them and calling out that she forgot her ship towels. The lady, she turned around and looked right at me and said, and I quote, "I'm from the cruise ship. If the cruise wants their towels, they can get them themselves." So I took her picture. 2 things. She didn't return the towels, but more importantly, that island has no cleanup crew. Whatever you leave behind just stays there. The whole point of going to a pristine natural island is that it stays pristine. Take your things with you. Number 6, the cocktail party tasting menu. That wasn't a tasting menu. Cruise ships do these wonderful cocktail events. Glasses of wine, mixed drinks, champagne, all beautifully arranged on trays that servers carry through the room. It's elegant, it's lovely, and I watched a woman with genuine enthusiasm, I'll give her that, work her way through that tray like it was a formal tasting menu. She picked up a glass, took a sip, put it back. Picked up the next one, sipped it, put it back. Moved down the row, and Kirk and I are watching this unfold in real time. We had to let the server know that those glasses had been sipped from and needed to be replaced. The server's face said everything. The move here is to ask your server what's on the tray. They'll happily tell you. They'll help you pick. That's literally what they're there for. And then you can take a glass, just the one, and you enjoy it. Okay, we're halfway through and things are about to get a lot more interesting. So I need you to stay with me because the next one involves actual wildlife. But first, if you're finding this helpful or just entertaining, subscribe right now. Leave a comment below telling me which of these you've witnessed yourself or if you've had an unbelievable passenger story that you want to share. I read every single comment. Okay, back to the list. Number 5, the buffet strategy of taking everything. Cruise ship buffets are incredible. The variety, the quality, the fact that it's just there. And we completely understand the excitement of walking in and wanting one of everything. But we've also watched people pile plates so high that by the time they sit down, half of it's shifted and none of it gets eaten. And then they go back for round 2. Actually, as another gross thing that people do is literally take their first round while they are still standing in line. So they're standing there and eating and sucking on their fingers and then grabbing the next utensil. Okay, you know what I mean. Listen, the buffet is not going anywhere. It will be there in 20 minutes. You can go back. You can act civilized. The best discovery we've ever made was going to the buffet at an off-peak time, like 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. when it's quieter. The food is still fresh and there is zero pressure. Eat slowly. It's a cruise. Number 4, personal hygiene in public. You know what? I'm going to call it the flossy moment. I will never forget one lunch where Kirk and I were sitting in the buffet and I looked up at the exact wrong time and literally watched this man flossing his teeth with stuff flinging out of his mouth while he was at the table and his wife or whoever was still there eating. Please remember that we are in public spaces. It's great that some people feel super comfortable and feel that they can just floss while others are eating, but I personally think it's kind of gross. Anyway, let me move on to the next point and change the tone a bit. Number 3, the penguin moment. This one's important. And I want to talk about this one carefully because it really did move me. We were in a penguin nesting area during a port excursion, and the signage was extremely clear. Do not cross the barrier. Do not approach the nests. These are protected animals in protected space. The guides explained it, the signs explained it, and everybody understands that. And then this crazy lady just decided to cross the barrier anyway and walk directly into the nesting area while the penguins were still sitting on their eggs. I want to believe it was pure excitement and that they really didn't realize the impact. Because when you're standing 3 feet from a penguin you literally dreamed of seeing, that emotion is real. I completely understand it, but here's what I know. These barriers exist because human presence, even well-meaning human presence, stresses out the nesting birds. It can cause them to abandon their nests. The guides aren't being dramatic. The rules are there because the wildlife comes first. These are the moments that make destinations say no to cruise passengers, and we want to keep going to these incredible places. So read the signs, trust the guides. The penguins are magical enough from where you're supposed to stand. I promise. Number 2, taking the elevator 1 floor. Number 2 is light. I'm not judging anybody's mobility or health situation. Everybody's needs are different, and the elevators are there for everyone. But we've been there on embarkation day, surrounded by 1,000 passengers all trying to get to deck 14 at the same time, and watched people with 0 bags in full athletic gear taking the elevator from deck 7 to deck 8. On top of that, we will see somebody with a scooter or something, and there's literally no room left for them either. So my point here is that the stairwells and the hallways are usually faster to take than just standing around waiting for an elevator. And if you're physically able to take the stairs, especially in those first chaotic hours of embarkation day, you will get there faster, and your fellow passengers will love you for it. And number 1, the etiquette gap and what we can all do about it. I want to end on this one because I think it matters. Cruising has exploded. More ships, more lines, more passengers than ever before. And that is genuinely wonderful. The more people who discover this lifestyle, the better as far as we're concerned. But here's something Kirk and I have noticed, and I think a lot of seasoned cruisers may agree, that community etiquette is still catching up. So I'm talking about things like chatting at full volume during a live performance. The performers are right there. They can hear you. The people around you can hear you. Pushing through a line because you've spotted a gap. Or stepping in front of somebody who's been waiting. Standing in the elevator doorway while people are clearly trying to get on. And the doors are closing and people are just not moving. None of this is malicious. We genuinely do not think anybody wakes up and decides to be the elevator blocker. It's just that cruise ships are a community, sometimes 1,000 person or more community, sometimes 4,000 people community, and the whole experience works beautifully when everybody treats the shared spaces like shared spaces. So our tip, watch the veterans, the people who've been cruising for years, move through the ship with a kind of easy, unhurried rhythm. They hold doors open, they wait their turn, they applaud at the end of a show. They're having the best time, and so is everybody around them. That is the energy. That is the goal. Now, I have dozens more of these stories, but I would really like to hear your stories. I find cruises can bring out the best and sometimes worst in situations. So let's hear about it. Maybe we'll have a laugh together. Okay, let's do a quick recap. Fast version, 60 seconds. Here we go. Number 1, feet belong on the floor in the theater. Number 2, wait for the docking announcement before you queue. Number 3, the deck chair towel trick doesn't work anymore. Number 4, take your ship towels with you, always. Number 5, cocktail party glasses are not a tasting flight. Number 6, the buffet is not going anywhere. Number 7, flossing your teeth should not be done at the buffet. Number 8, the penguin barriers are there for the penguins. Number 9, take the stairs. Number 10, hold the door, wait your turn, applaud the performers. We're all in this together. That is 3 years of watching and learning condensed into about 10 minutes. Drop a line right now and tell me, have you witnessed any of these? And do you have one to add to the list? Because I feel like there could be a part 2 situation, and honestly, I'm very here for it. Again, I read every single comment, every single one, and if enough of you have stories, we are absolutely making a part 2. And if you would like to know more about living on a cruise ship, I will link our latest video right here. And we have a whole playlist about our lifestyle, so please don't forget to click on that too. My name is Tori from KirkToriStory. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.